Pam? Now, I'm gonna tell you, before we ever even get started, I don't want to hear things that we've heard before. This has been discussed and discussed and discussed. And this is over. I'm not gonna hear more testimony on this. So if you're wanting to make a comment, you can make a comment. If you're gonna go into a long, lengthy deal, I'm gonna ask you to sit down.
Harlow, do you say these kind of things to other people who come
I
forward?
say, yes, I would. I'd say them to anybody.
And is there some reason you don't want more new information on this issue?
Did you not understand the vote? We approved the deviations and everything
I'm
that was
testifying
there.
now on what's on the agenda.
You what?
I'm testifying now on the discussion of whether or not to reconsider the vote.
Did you not hear the letter that we received from the attorney?
That's one of the things I'd like to address. That doesn't say you can't reconsider it.
It does in my mind.
How does it say that?
It says, the motion must be made by a member that voted in majority.
And you
If
know that somebody in the majority is
if I
going
remember the
to
vote,
make that
right.
motion?
Excuse me, please. If I remember the vote, I voted yes. Mr. Quist voted yes. Mr. Clausen voted yes. Mrs. Thompson voted yes. And this says the motion must be made by a member who voted in a majority to open this up again.
How do you know
Have
the
you
other
heard
three?
any-
You may know what you're gonna do.
I'll talk right now, please. Have you heard any of us say that we are going to open it up? Have you heard myself? I wouldn't be doing it because I'm chairman. Have you heard Mr. Quist or Mr. Clausen or Mrs. Thompson say they want to open this up?
Mr. Wilcox, this is the public hearing part.
No, this
Then
is
you-
not the
then you
public
make the
hearing.
motion.
This is not the public hearing. It says right here, number 3, a public hearing was held. This is not a public hearing today.
It doesn't say it can't be held on this
Pam?
vote.
Now, are you going to sit down, or do I have to have you sit down? Because we're not going to
So
discuss.
you're saying I cannot speak on the agenda topic.
That's right. There is the only thing that's on the agenda. Where's my agenda? Where's your agenda, Jeff?
It's discussion and
It
possible
says,
action.
discussion and possible action. Reconsideration of vote in favor of the request for deviation. Now, we've done deviations. We've made changes. We got an engineer look at it twice. What more do you want?
All right, let's get back to whether or not I'm allowed to speak on this topic. It says discussion and possible action. That means the public can speak.
You can speak, but it's going to be very short. It's going to be very, very short. We're not going to go into a long, lengthy discussion. So whatever you want to speak the shortest, that's what I would advise you to do.
Well, are you interested in new information
As far as
about
I'm
the danger of
concerned,
that road?
the danger of the road has been addressed, Pam. It
I
has
have
been
new
addressed.
information about it. Are you interested in new information about the danger of the road?
Are you interested in new information of the road?
I'm here just so it doesn't go on for an hour and a half.
God forbid. The public safety takes time.
We have another agenda item at 11:30, so we will be done by 11:30.
May I proceed?
You may please proceed, but don't be too long.
All right. First of all, Mr. Talbot in number 4 stated that Julie Ogden presented her report along with her recommendations that identified the safest option. She did not. I went over this last time. That's for the record, please. And pointed out throughout her testimony and her report that at no point did she recommend the safest option. She recommended safety as attenuated by cost, and in most cases recommended the least cost option to the developer.